The humor habit. What's in it for me? Adopt the humor habit to laugh more and stress less. Paul Osenkup. The humor habit. Rewire your brain to stress less, laugh more, and achieve more. In today's world, seeking out joy and humor can seem like an insurmountable task. Yet cultivating a habit of humor isn't just about finding whimsy for whimsy's sake. It's a powerful tool for enhancing your mental health and general well-being. The principles and practices of humor can help you navigate challenges in any area of your life with a lighter heart and a happier brain. Having a sense of humor isn't purely about talent. It's a skill that can be developed with intention and practice. In the same way, traveling to a foreign country to learn a new language can radically reconfigure your perspective, so too can integrating humor into your daily routine. By actively seeking out humor, sharing funny moments, and reframing stressful situations with a comedic twist, you can build your resilience and create a more joyful existence. In this blink, you'll learn how to master your mindset using the principles of improv comedy, consciously consume humor to reduce stress, train your brain to find the funny in everyday life, deal better with pain, and strengthen your overall resilience. These simple strategies will add more grace and laughter to your life and give permission to those around you to follow suit. Master your mindset. Training yourself to have a comedic mindset can be quite the challenge. Fortunately, the principles of improv comedy offer a practical framework. Comedic improv, short for improvisation, involves unscripted, spontaneous performances where actors generate funny scenes based on suggestions by the audience or a scene partner. But improv can be taken beyond the stage. In fact, a comedic improv approach to everyday life can offer you a more relaxed and joyful experience. A central improv principle is presence. Being present means being aware of what is happening in the moment without worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. If they want the scene to be successful, improv actors must focus on the unfolding scene rather than trying to repeat past successes or anticipate future laughs. Similarly, in life, overthinking the past can lead to depression, while excessive focus on the future can cause anxiety. If you live with a child or pet, they can help you. Children and animals are experts at living in the moment. Another essential tenet of improv is to really listen. Responding appropriately to an improvised scene is crucial to its success. When we apply this to our personal and professional lives, truly listening to others opens the door to meaningful and funny interactions. Sadly, however, we often miss these opportunities because we're distracted or preoccupied with our thoughts. See if you can break out of the matrix by taking both earbuds out and being genuinely curious when you're with others. Improv also teaches us to notice gifts. In the improv world, nothing is considered a mistake, everything is a gift. Taken as a mindset toward life in general, this is invaluable. Reframing mistakes as opportunities does require practice, but it can lead to significant personal and professional growth. Instead of exclaiming, "Why is this happening?" start asking yourself, "How can I make this work for me?" And watch challenges transform into opportunities. Equally integral to improv is the yes and a principle, which involves accepting and building on the choices of others. During an improv scene, if one actor proposes an idea and the other rejects it, the scene will bomb pretty quickly. Similarly, embracing a yes and art mentality in life means staying open to possibilities. As adults, we have a tendency to rationalize, which triggers a yes, but or no response. Flip this on its head and begin to reap greater connection, collaboration, and creativity at home and on the job. Challenge yourself to adopt just one of these strategies and watch your chronic seriousness melt away. Consciously consume. Never before in human history have we been this constantly bombarded with stress and trauma. Consciously consume while being hyper-aware of threats has helped humanity survive, it hasn't helped us thrive. As a result, enhancing our sense of humor requires conscious cultivation and consumption, as it's unlikely to happen by chance. First things first, humor is less a talent and more a habit developed through deliberate actions. Much like you might immerse yourself in a new language, integrating humor into your daily routine can turbocharge your development. A fun entry-level strategy to start is to follow funny social feeds. Spend some time liking funny pages, people, and shows. You can also crowdsource recommendations from family, friends, colleagues, and online connections by asking for their favorite humor content. Another effective tactic is to have a friend or coworker with whom you begin a thread of funny things and interact with at least once a day. Replies, comments, and emoji responses aren't required. Only the consistent exchange of those things that tickle your funny bone. This simple act of sharing and anticipating humor can already lead to a significant decrease in stress. On the productivity front, taking a short break to consume comedy content can, you may be pleased to learn, work wonders. Studies have shown that people who watch a funny video during a 15-minute break at work are twice as productive when they return compared to those who take a regular break. While it's convenient to consume humor through movies, TV, and social media, it's important to be mindful of excessive screen time. Consider diversifying your humor intake with podcasts, books, or magazines. Not everything you consume needs to be serious or work-related. With all this, remembering to physically laugh is essential. As George Bernard Shaw said, we don't stop laughing because we get old. We get old because we stop laughing. Be humor positive and remain receptive to it. Exaggerating your reactions to humor, even slightly, can enhance your enjoyment of it. If something makes you smile, let a little head sneak out with it too. If something makes you giggle, make it longer and a bit louder than you usually would. Test drive one or two of these humor hacks and reflect on how doing so makes you feel. Do any make you feel happier, more productive, less stressed? If so, double down and make a humor habit of it. Find the funny. You don't have to wait for something to shake you out of a humorless mood. You can actually train your brain to find the funny. More than that, doing so can significantly enhance your well-being. This concept, related to the priming effect, means our brains notice whatever they're prepared or primed to expect. By consciously seeking out the humor in everyday life, we can develop a funny focus that brings more joy and laughter into our lives. A good place to start might be the 3 Funny Things Challenge. Each day, write down 3 things that you found amusing. This daily habit shifts your focus to the lighter side of life, helping you appreciate humor more readily. What's more, research has shown that this seemingly small practice, done only for 1 week, can decrease depressive symptoms for up to 6 months. Want another powerful strategy endorsed by positive psychology? Try savoring. You can increase your well-being by relishing fun moments as they happen, anticipating fun moments to come, or reminiscing about fun moments of the past. To make this tangible, you can create a humor jar. Grab a container, strips of paper, and a pen and place them together in an easy-to-access spot at home or work. Then, whenever a comical moment occurs, write it down and slip it into the jar. At the end of the week, month, or year, open your container and read through your collection of humorous memories, savoring each of them as you go. When it comes to stressful past situations, the What I Could Have Said game can be a playful way to reframe these experiences. To play the game, think of alternative, funny, friendly ways you could have handled some negative moments in your life. Kick it off with minor annoyances before gradually tackling the more stressful events. This game can help you see the humor in difficult situations, reducing their negative emotional impact. A more formal activity could involve you, with family, friends, or colleagues, as desired, guessing the punchline to jokes in films, TV shows, or online clips. Hit pause before the punchline is delivered and see how many of your own you can come up with. Similarly, you could download a handful of blank cartoons from the web and practice crafting funny captions. You could even make this an official household or office competition. Modern science tells us our brains are plastic. Not in terms of the hard material, of course, but plastic in the sense that they can be rewired. Why not wire yours to find the funny and navigate life with more levity? Play with pain. A sense of humor can be a formidable ally in the quest to build resilience in today's tumultuous world. While humor can't replace therapy, it can allow us to express difficult truths about our experiences using a lighter perspective. When it comes to past pain, even brief moments of humor can offer cognitive distance since our brains can't process humor and distress simultaneously. The goal, of course, isn't to ignore or trivialize serious issues, but to navigate through them with a sense of humor. Further, the idea that comedy equals tragedy plus time emphasizes that the time needed to find humor in a situation varies for everyone. So it pays to focus on the process of developing a humor-friendly mindset. Exaggeration is a simple technique to get started. This involves amplifying your situation to a ridiculous extent to make it funny. The template, "I was so ABC that I XYZ," can help you warm up your exaggeration muscles. For example, my makeup was in such a state after crying in the office bathroom that I came out looking like I'd been kicked out of a karaoke bar at 3 a.m. Comparisons, whereby you draw on similes or metaphors, are another easy place to start. For instance, if your neighbor's home renovation is driving you nuts, you could summon a simile by describing the sound as like a children's orchestra or like a symphony from hell. Puns and wordplay are also effective for finding humor. These involve using words that sound alike or have multiple meanings. An example you may have heard follows the lines of "I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and eat it." Challenge yourself to craft puns using words associated with your own difficulties. You can also play the unfortunately-fortunately game to reframe hardships. To do this, think of your unfortunately situation and follow it with a humorous fortunately statement. A low bar example might be, "Unfortunately, I have to work late. Fortunately, I get to avoid rush hour traffic." Finally, consider seeking help from friends when dealing with painful experiences. Sharing your situation and finding the humor in it together can provide much-needed relief and deepen your social connections. Starting with minor annoyances and gradually applying these humor techniques to more significant issues can help you regain control over your narrative and strengthen your resilience. While not everyone may be ready to use humor in this more intimate way, those who do can find it a valuable strategy for coping and thriving and perhaps inspire others to do the same.